Jimmy Harbaugh has taken over the number one spot in the Big Ten coaching rankings, according to Tom Fornelli, CBS Sports. And also, what schools, what teams here in 2023 football season are going to be projected to be the favorites in all of their 12 regular season games? And what schools are going to be projected as the underdog for most or all of their college football games? Welcome to episode 260 of College Football's Peek Around the Corner with your host, Greg Pflugar. We cover everything in college football because we love everything in college football. And if you do as well, if you need just a little bit of extra college football content to get you through the days, to get you through the nights here in the off season, subscribe to our ever-growing channel. Smash that like button if you like our content. Share the video with your family and friends. First, let's get into Colin Wilson from the Action Network, tweeted out by Brett McMurphy, Action Network. The number of games projected as underdog in 2023 via Colin Wilson Power Ratings. Stanford and Western Michigan are projected to be underdogs in every single one of their regular season 12 football games. Holy smokes. Charlotte, Colorado, Deion Sanders, FIU, Kent State, Nevada, Old Dominion, UAB, UMass, Virginia Tech are projected to be underdogs according to Colin Wilson's Power Ratings for 11 of those games. According to Colin Wilson's Power Ratings, Boston College, Cincinnati, Oklahoma State, Rutgers, Texas State, Tulsa, and Vanderbilt will be underdogs in 10 of their 12 regular season games. And for 9 games being the underdog, according to the Power Ratings of Colin Wilson, Action Network, Arkansas State, East Carolina, Georgia Tech, Indiana, ULM and Louisiana Tech, Northwestern, Southern Florida, and Utah State. Stanford and Western Michigan being projected to be underdogs for all 12 of their games according to the Power Ratings. Holy smokes. So let's take the other flip of the coin. Brett McMurphy, Action Network, tweets out via Colin Wilson's Action Network Power Ratings. These are going to be the favorites. Alabama, Georgia, Louisville, Michigan, and Washington. All 5 of those schools are going to be favored for all 12 of those games. The big surprise is the Louisville Cardinals. Holy smokes. They're going to be favored for all 12 of those games? Well, according to Colin Wilson's Power Ratings, Michigan's up there, Washington's up there, Alabama, I think Alabama's going to lose along the way, and Georgia. 11 games that they're going to be projected to be the favorites according to Colin Wilson's Power Ratings. Clemson, Florida State. Florida State, now it says here, Florida State at Clemson is projected as a pick'em. So neither one of those schools are rated as an underdog of the other games, 11 games of their respective schedules, and Clemson and Florida State is the pick'em. Also, Liberty, North Carolina, Ohio State, Oklahoma, South Alabama, Texas, Toledo, Tulane, Utah, and Wisconsin are all going to be favored of 11 of their 12 games during the regular season. Wisconsin's going to be favored in 11 of the 12 games according to Colin's Power Ratings. I don't agree with that. 10 games that these schools will be favored in according to Colin Wilson's Power Ratings. Air Force, Baylor. Baylor's one of my sleeper teams. I think they're going to be much better than most people predicting. Boise State, Coastal Carolina, Maryland, Navy, Ole Miss, Oregon, Troy, and Western Kentucky. A lot of people have Western Kentucky favored to win their conference. We've got Liberty for the Conference USA here at Peek Around the Corner. So those are your projected favorites, 12, 11, and 10 of their games in the regular season, according to Colin Wilson's Power Ratings. Put down your comments and thoughts in the comment section below the video. There's some surprises there. Wisconsin being favored of 11 of their games, or 10 of their games. I don't agree with that. I think Wisconsin's gonna struggle a bit. However, Most of those I agree with. Washington being favored all their games. Michigan, Alabama, Georgia. Louisville is a surprise. Now, let's take a look here of the top ranked, top 14 to 1 of Tom Fornelli, CBS Sports, Big Ten coach rankings. Jim Harbaugh jumps Ryan Day after Michigan's consecutive wins over Ohio State. I agree with most of Fornelli's picks. There's a couple I don't. I think the Gopher fans, once again, are going to find reason to be upset with me. My beloved Gophers, I think PJ Fleck is rated one ranking too high. Let's take a look at it. Put down your comments and thoughts in the comment section below the video. Number 14. Got to start somewhere. The first-year head coach, Ryan Walters, who's recruiting excellent here in his first recruiting season as head coach of Purdue. 64 overall. Again, according to Tom Fornelli of CBS Sports, Ryan Walters is number 14. Number 13, Indiana. Tom Allen, 62 overall. It would be easy to write off Indiana's 2020 campaign as a fluke as a result of the strange COVID season, but to do so ignores the Hoosiers that went 8-5, 5-4 in the Big Ten the season before. But unfortunately, since that, Allen and the Indiana Hoosiers has struggled. Fornelli has Allen at 13. Number 12, Greg Schiano. Wow. He's been dropping. He's been slipping here. The Rutgers haven't quite been as competitive as the Rutgers Scarlet Knight fans have been hoping for. Last year, they only won 4 games, and the conference record dropped to 1-8. So it's no surprise to see Schiano dropped a few spots here because of it. Last year, he was number 10 in the Big Ten. I've got no problem with that 12 ranking for Schiano. Number 11, Mike Locksley, 49 overall. There may not be a coach in the league in a bigger hurry to eliminate divisions than Locksley. Yes, Maryland. They're the school that's going to benefit the most. That football program benefiting the most of having no more divisions after this year in the Big Ten. Mike Locksley was rated 13 last year. This year he's number 11 of the top 4 of the 14 head coaches in the Big Ten. Maryland, I think, is going to be a little bit of a surprise again this year. Number 10, Mel Tucker. Last year he was number 8 according to Tom Fornelli in the Big Ten. 47 overall. The Michigan State Spartans were not good last year, and I don't think they're going to be good this year. I think Tucker is going to keep slipping on this list. We shall see. But Mel Tucker, things are starting to slide in Sparty land. Number 9, Pat Fitzgerald. Number 45 overall. Northwestern Wildcats football program has been dismal here in the last couple years. But under Pat Fitzgerald, they have won a couple division titles. So I don't think you can have Pat Fitzgerald any lower than number 9. I think that's a good ranking right there at number 9. Now, Kirk Ferentz at number 8. This is where I disagree with Tom Fornelli. Right here in the middle of the rankings, where it gets a little dicey. People are going to agree or disagree. I understand that Iowa has slipped a lot on the offense, playing some really ugly football. Kirk Ferentz has his son as offensive coordinator, Brian Ferentz, and that offensive, how can I be kind here? It's just been horrific. And Brian Ferentz should have been fired 2 years ago, 3 years ago. He should have been dismissed. But yet he's still the offensive coordinator coming in this year. But Kirk Ferentz, I would have at number 6. He's been too successful for too long in the Big Ten. And I think he should be number 6. Number 7, Matt Rule. I think Matt Rule should be number 8 on this list. Matt Rule, 27 overall. Rule returns to the college game after an unsuccessful stint with the NFL's Carolina Panthers. Fortunately for Rule in Nebraska, the list of coaches who have failed in the NFL only to return to college with success is quite long. Matt Rule did an incredible job at Temple. Did an unbelievable job at Baylor. Went to the NFL and that didn't work out. He's having success on the recruiting trail in the first year as head coach of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. He's a great coach. I think number 8 is the right number because the person I think that should be number 7, but in Tom Fornelli's list is ranked number 6, is PJ Fleck. The man keeps rowing the boat. Minnesota has become one of the more underrated programs in the country. I don't think Fleck gets enough credit for it. The Gophers now have not won a division title, but they're 29-10 overall and 18-9 in the Big Ten over the last 3 full seasons. Fleck was rated number 7 last year in the Big Ten. I think he should be ranked number 7 here. He has not been able to beat Kirk Ferentz and the Iowa Hawkeyes since Big PJ Fleck has become head coach of the Gophers. I don't know how you could have PJ Fleck ahead of Kirk Ferentz. Again, Gopher fans are going to be mad at me. I'm a beloved Golden Gopher. I love the Golden Gophers. But PJ Fleck, I think, should be at number 7. Number 5, Brett Bielema, Illinois. I think this is the right spot for him. Bielema finished last season ranked number 38 overall. He's now number 21 overall according to Fornelli. Wow. For now, Fornelli is a Fighting Illini, but Brett Bielema has done it over and over again at Wisconsin. Did decent with Arkansas as a head coach. Did not raise the program high enough and fast enough for the Razorback fan base. But Brett Bielema has done some really good work as the Fighting Illini head coach the last 2 years. I think that's the right spot for Brett Bielema. Number 4, James Franklin. Don't think you can have him ranked any higher. Now you could do a do-si-do with number 4 and number 3 on this list, but I think number 4 is the right spot. I think Fornelli nails it. James Franklin. Franklin's reputation took a bit of a hit following the 2020 and 2021 seasons, but Penn State rebounded last year to go 11-2 and win the Rose Bowl. As you know, peek around the corner has Penn State winning the Big Ten championship in 2023 and getting to the college football playoffs. If not now, when? I asked Mr. James Franklin that question. If not now, when? It's time, Nittany Lions. It's time. Quarterback Aller, running backs Allen and Singleton, the great left tackle, the very, very good defense. Nittany Lions going to get it done this year according to PATC. We shall see what happens. Let me know how wrong I've got it in the Big Ten for 2023. Number 3 in Tom Fornelli's CBS Sports Top 14 rankings of the head coach, Luke Fickell. Number 3 now. I think people are going to want to flip Franklin and Fickell. That's fine. But number 3, Fickell seems pretty high for a guy who went 6-6 as head coach at Ohio State, doesn't it? I'm kidding. Though I have had some fans question Wisconsin's hire Fickell for that reason. It's true. Fickell did go 6-6 as interim at Ohio State. Since then, however, he has gone 57-18 at Cincinnati and led the Bearcats to the college football playoffs as the only Group of 5 program to accomplish that feat. I don't know how. You got to have Luke Fickell in the top 4. I think 3 is the right spot. Number 2, according to Tom Fornelli, CBS Sports, Ryan Day, 8 overall. The best indicator of Ryan Day's success is that the Buckeyes went 11-2 last year, reached the college football playoff, and it hurt his standing among our voters. Last year, Fornelli had Ryan Day number 1 in the Big Ten, but you have to drop him to number 2 because he hasn't gotten it done against this man, Jim Harbaugh, the head coach in Michigan. Harbaugh has got to number 1, and it shouldn't be a surprise. Michigan's consecutive Big Ten titles and college football playoff appearances, although they're 0-2 in the college football playoffs the last 2 years, but Harbaugh has revitalized the program. Last year, he was number 2 in the Big Ten, according to Fornelli. This year, he is number 1. But I still have a sour taste about Jim Harbaugh, how he handled that game against TCU, how his defensive coordinator called that game. They lost that game in the locker room. I am not going to forget that. I am not going to forget that horrific game day strategy on defense The blitz, 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 blitz all day long against Max Duggan. TCU, are you kidding me? They should have done the exact opposite. However, Jim Harbaugh deserves the number one spot in the 2023 head coach rankings of the Big Ten. Let me know where Tom Fornelli got it wrong, or myself, how I got it wrong here in those rankings. Most of it, I agree with Tom Fornelli. The middle part, Kirk Ferentz, even though he's a hot guy, even though I can't stand the evil hot guys, he should be ranked number 6 on that list. Again, give me your thoughts and comments, and I can't wait. How many Saturdays are we away from the start of the college football season? 8 Saturdays away. Yeah, we are almost there. So hang with us here at Peek Around the Corner. We cover it all in college football. Until next time. From all of us at PATC to all of you, please, you all take great care of each other. Thank you so very much.